Good day, everybody, and welcome to another edition of the Military and Foreign Affairs Network. I'm your host, the voice of reason. So, as I was getting ready to depart last week on my business trip, the situation in Eastern Europe, especially concerning Ukraine, was dire, to say the least. We were receiving reports and are still kind of in that status in which significant elements of the Russian ground, airborne, and naval infantry forces were deployed near the border of Ukraine. And since arriving back in town, it appears that the situation may be changing. And it looks like the Russian defense minister has announced, indeed, that forces of the Russian Federation will be deploying back to those major bases prior to the start of these quote-unquote surprise snap exercises. The defense minister reports that major elements of the 7th, the 76th, and 98th Airborne Divisions will be returning to their respective bases, and as will the Airborne Brigade, the 56th Airborne Brigade that was deployed to the Crimea, however, will not be going back to its original place of basing, as it will now be permanently stationed inside of the Crimea and be reformed as a regiment based in the Crimea itself. But allegedly, per the Defense Ministry, many of these units will start returning between now and the early part of May. So will that in fact happen? It's hard to say. We'll have to see what happens on the ground, especially in terms of the ongoing conflict in eastern Ukraine with the separatists and the Ukrainian government and military. We'll have to see exactly what happens, and is there some sort of escalation that occurs that suddenly puts a stop to any form of withdrawal of these Russian forces. I again, and I had said this in previous videos, I was dubious that there would be a large-scale invasion of the Ukraine by Russian forces. This really is kind of goes back to 2014, and I really feel that if Russia had wished to annex larger parts of Ukraine, it would have done so in 2014. The opportunity to do that at much less cost was there in 2014. And I would imagine that Putin was given certain options in this current crisis and chose possibly not to execute those options. But at the same time, this isn't over with yet. So we could still see something happen. Again, I don't believe that there will be this all-out invasion. Again, I'm sticking to my guns, and I believe just quite possibly some sort of localized escalation. But again, we have seen this time and time again over the years since 2014 of these buildups and then these de-escalations. But I don't believe that we're going to see an invasion. One other thing that was a little different was this was very overt. It was very in your face. It was a very large buildup. No one was hiding anything, and that's not usually the way you conduct a military operation. You should not telegraph your punches. And these were definitely being telegraphed. The world quickly became aware to this buildup, but nothing occurred of it. Not yet anyway. But we'll keep an eye on what's going on, and again, this may not be over with yet. This could be a Maskarova. This could be a just a tactic to have the ability to deploy large amounts of forces that you may not be able to hide in the modern era. And could this be a way of deploying large amounts of forces to an area and then de-escalate and then quickly re-escalate because you have the capacity to do so? Definitely got the Ukrainians on their toes a little bit, and we'll just have to continue to watch the situation and see if it in fact is over or just beginning. Have a good day, everybody.